Hey guys, it's Edwin. So the reason I'm coming to you today is because I want to teach you something that can possibly help shape and transform your future so you can achieve your goals. Now, a lot of people don't know what I'm about to show you. For the people that do, congratulations, you're on your way to success. So guys, this is called the cash flow quadrant, all right? This is in Robert Kiyosaki's book. I forgot which one, Rich Dad Poor Dad, I think. But anyways, it's in his book, and what this says is there's 4 areas and 4 ways on how you can get paid in life, and that is number 1, you are in either E. That's a horrible E. Let me see. A B and then I. So E, let me fix that real quick, stands for employees. Right? And in this section right here in the E, this is where you are trading your time, most of your time, for money. Right? So that means that you are limited to the amount of money that you can make, because most of your money is being made as how much time you're working. And for some people, they're not allowed to work a certain amount of hours or go more, so they can create more wealth for themselves, and they wouldn't want to do so anyways because they're wasting most of their time doing so, and that means they have less time to spend with their families and things of that nature. Now, the only thing with this thing is, with this area right here, you have what's called a boss. And your boss literally dictates how many vacations you can take within a year, when you can take those vacations. And so your life is completely in control in the hands of that person right there in that company you work for. Because now every time you want to take a break, or anytime you want to do something, you have to ask that person. Or even if you want more money, you got to go through them. So your money, really, you don't have any way of making more money when you are just an employee, right? And every decision that's made by your boss literally affects you, your family, your wife, and your kids, and everything. So this is the one place where most people are in their life. And if you're just an employee, you will not be able to achieve your goals. Albert Einstein said, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, that is the definition of insanity. If you have high goals in your life, you will not be able to meet them with this. Right? Now, let's move on to the next one, which is the people who are self-employed. I need to get the markers here. Oh my gosh. Let me go get another one. Right back. These 2 just in case. Sorry guys, I apologize for this. All right, now these are the people that are self-employed, right? And in this section right here, the people who are self-employed are getting paid per task that they do. So you have your doctors, let me see, dentist, and we'll say lawyers, right? Lawyers. Right, and these people get paid per task that they do. So now the only thing with this section, right, you are also limited by the amount of tasks that you can do within a day, because you only have 24 hours in a day. If you can't, help out as many people, then you're basically your money is limited, because your time is limited, right? So you cannot duplicate yourself in this section. Now, these people do tend to make a good amount of money, but they also tend to spend a lot of their time doing what they like to do. And it gives you less time for the things that you actually desire in life, whether it's spending time with your kids, family, and the lifestyle that you actually want. Now, on this side, we have business owners, right? Just put business, just leave it like that. Business owners, right? And with business owners, now this is where you have something called either like a franchise or a business of your own. And with a franchise, oh my gosh, let me see. I'm gonna just leave it right there. I'm gonna just stop right there. All right. So with a franchise, right, you are now able to duplicate your money, because as many more franchise that you have, the more money that you can make. Now, if you want to get a franchise like a McDonald's, it costs $1.5 million to do so. $1 million, right? We'll put there, right? $1 million to be able to open up a franchise with them. Now, most people do not have this amount of money. And that's why opportunities have been created. And those opportunities could be called something like a network market company, any type of those companies. Those were created to help people who don't have this type of money to be able to invest into a company that can create them cash flow. Cash flow is when your money now just comes in and you don't even have to do anything because you have people that you have hired that have been set in place to work for you. This is where you start actually living and enjoying life more, right? And then lastly, down here, and the great thing about this is you can duplicate your reference. So if you can get people to do exactly what you do, you can collect percentages off of those people so that now they're getting paid very well. They're meeting their goals. They're meeting their desires. And at the same time, you're doing the same thing for yourself. And now you're like a hands-off owner where you don't have to work anymore. And all you do is just collect paychecks and you're like just living life and enjoying every single moment, spending it with your kids or whatever it is your goals are in life. And now in this side, you have what is called investors. This is where your money works for you, right? Let me see. This is where your money works for you. I'll just put you at the bottom. It's horrible right here. All right, so your money works for you. So that means now that your money does not stop working. Money does not get sick. Money does not get tired. Money will continue working and making itself when you get to learn how to invest it into certain vehicles. I'm actually going to show you one of those vehicles that I found out about, where I'm putting in most of my money now instead of keeping it into a regular bank account, all right? And now, most people, when I ask them, well, which side would you like to be in? Would you like to be on the left side or would you like to be on the right side? 90% of people tell me I want to be, 90% of people just want to be on the right side rather than the left side, having their own thing and not working for somebody else. Right? And the thing is, well, actually 90%, what am I talking about? It's 100%. Everybody wants to be living the life that they want. All right? Everybody wants to be living that life. Now, unfortunately, the reality is 90% of people are on the left side and only 10% of people are on the right side. That literally means that literally like 90% of people are fighting for $10 to share to fighting over $10, and 10% of people have $90 that they're sharing with each other. Which side would you like to be on? Because you can get into whatever side that you want to be on, but that is your decision. And you know, these are things that you have not been taught in school. These are things that are very important that you need to educate yourself in, especially if you want to have the lifestyle that you want. All right. And, you know, how important and valuable do you feel this information is? Ask yourself those questions, you know, because if you really want your goals and desires, you're going to have to want it bad enough to the point that you make it happen for yourself. Now, let me go ahead and remember what I said. Albert Einstein said, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, that is the definition of insanity. You cannot get a new number, a new result with the same numbers you've been using, with the same formula you're using. If you're just doing employee type of work, you will always keep getting employee type of results. All right. Now, let me see. Now, the vehicle that I found, it's called a mutual fund. Mutual fund. This is just one vehicle, okay? There are many vehicles out there. Don't ever let anybody tell you that, oh yeah, you know, this is the only way that you can ever be free, that you can have your life that you want. There are many vehicles out there that you can take advantage of, opportunities that you can use for you to achieve your goals and your desires and the freedom that you want out of life. Always remember that, all right? And now, this let me actually, before we even get into a mutual fund, right, let me actually show you how money works. Okay, this is how money works. Okay, and there is actually a rule as to how money works. Now ask yourself this question, right? If you're playing any type of sports and you do not know the rules